How's that? Okay, we're live. Okay, sorry about that. Um, Thanks, Luca. Okay, so just restarting. This is our November community call. Thank you all for joining. And just as a reminder, we're streaming audio on Discord in our stage channel, and we'll also be on YouTube. And the most immersive experience is going to be on YouTube. So, um, you know, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and use the YouTube chat. Put your GMs in there, etc. Anyways, onwards. So talking about, or what we'll cover today is a new onboarding experience that we're unveiling to the community. The Spectronauts Program, which is the program we've teased for 2 months, and now it's properly built. We're going to be introducing that this month, and I've contacted people about it, but we'll get into that as the slides come. Some updates to our app, like the dashboard itself, you know, and the Spectral Partner API, which is our backend API that you can ping to get credit details, some new educational resources, and an activity at the end where you'll be able to participate and answer some questions yourselves, and we can have some fun together. And I'll do it in AMA at the end, but that might be off stream. So the new onboarding experience, sorry, I should just close Slack. There we go. The new onboarding experience involves a project called Catapult.xyz. So they're a new project to the space. They're working on getting people into communities and DAOs as well, in a more efficient way that kind of reveals the who you are a bit better and what you might enjoy in the community a bit better. So this should smooth our onboarding experience and group like-minded users in our Discord. Right now, I find some people join the Discord and don't really know where to go and stuff like that. This will just create a much better flow through our space, and hopefully it groups you guys together to be able to talk to each other about the project and what you want to do with it, etc. And you can be sure we're investing in community, and you'll see a lot of changes to like our Discord and Twitter and stuff like that over the next couple weeks. Maybe playing around with how it's flowing and probably figuring out who's human and like who's just sitting in the Discord. Should be interesting. So this is just one of the slides that Catapult has built. So you can see there's like a connect your wallet button. You can, connect your Ethereum address. We can know who you are. You can mint your NFC, and we can see your scores. And there'll be a bunch of integrations into our Discord with the score that I'm planning to build. Or I should say we were planning to build. There's a few, like the flow through Catapult is basically a questionnaire that, yeah, I've explained it. So moving on, we've invited the Catapult team to tell us more about it. And now if Adrian, you could come on stage. I think I see you requesting. There we go. So Adrian's going to tell us a little bit about Catapult.
Hi, thanks so much. So I'm Adrienne. I'm the marketing and partnerships lead at Catapult. I've spent the last year and a half kind of deep in DAOs, contributing in a couple of different communities, mostly Bankless DAO. And I guess kind of came to the product because of frustrations that I had in my own experience. So I did talent coordination. I was also in the marketing office, and I saw repeatedly kind of a lot of overwhelm, a lot of communication overload, a lot of fragmentation in where different things were. When I was in the talent coordination office, I felt like a lot of great people were kind of coming in and not really knowing where to look. And as a result, we were losing them. And then when I found Catapult, I started talking to the team about the tool to see whether we could use it, and ended up joining them. That was just over 2 months ago. We just announced our fundraise today. We're officially coming out of kind of our closed alpha, where we've been building and testing with DAOs like Index Coop and Aragon DAO, and we are incredibly excited to be able to bring it to Spectral and to start working with some of you guys. We have a big vision around trying to help empower the humans in Web3. I know there's been a lot in the press, particularly in the kind of the Web3 DeFi world, of, you know, protocols over people and code over kings. And I think that's right, in a lot of ways and a lot of places, but there are also some amazing human beings that are trying to navigate this crazy ecosystem. And there's a huge potential that we see in community, in the power that community can bring, in the opportunities it can create for its members. And that's kind of what we're trying to build for. So it starts, as Kato said, it starts with frictionless onboarding, trying to smooth out that process so that you can learn about the community on your way in. You can share context that helps you land in the right place. It feeds into rich profiles that enable you to showcase what you want of who you are and what you hold and where you've contributed. We've built a lot of privacy in so that you can set your privacy and your visibility on a very granular level, so that you're really kind of in control of what you share with your community, um, and or what you don't. And then there's also kind of powerful exploration tools so that you can see who else is there. Like, it's crazy to me, and in some of the discords I've been in, there are these huge amazing groups of people, and none of us know who each other is in lots of cases. Like, you piece together that context in one-on-one conversations and intros, and it's kind of hard yards. So we are on a mission to try to make that a hell of a lot easier, and to try to make the experience much more engaging and rewarding for the people leading these communities, contributing to these communities, or the people who are just here for the vibes, and here to be members and maybe to participate in smaller ways. So yeah, that's who we are. Really excited to bring the product to Spectral. We'll be opening the doors on Friday to Kato and a few other people, just to test and make sure it's all working, and then rolling out gradually, with the pilot program and the Spectronauts initially. But hope to see more of you in there. Always open for questions, and anybody who's got an opinion to share would always love to hear it.
Cool. Thank you. And if you have questions for Adrian about Catapult, do you guys have like a Discord or something? Or
Yeah, we're just about to launch it actually, so I will share it with you, and you can drop it in one of your channels. It will go live tomorrow when the first product goes live.
okay,
But yeah, would love to see anybody in there.
sweet. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so it gives you guys a better idea of what we're trying to do with Catapult as well, and what they're trying in the space. Should be pretty cool. So the Spectronauts program, this is our pilot program. We've been calling it for a while. We decided to rebrand it to the Spectronauts. We're unveiling art styles for this, and some material that you guys can hopefully I don't know what the right word is for that, but be represented by, I guess. So we reached out to our members in the community. I haven't reached out to the people that were newly asking to contribute to the Discord or to our community. So I'll be sure to do that right after this call and talk to you guys. I know there's like a handful of you that messaged me like yesterday and today even. So we're going to launch this early December and onwards. And that kind of, these people will be the first to try the Catapult platform as well, and how it's going to work with Spectral. So look forward to that. And yeah, we'll put you guys in a group together, and you can help us create a better community. Or, okay, next slide. Sorry, I'm just looking at the numbers of how many people actually showed up to this community call. It's kind of mind-blowing. So our API is actually finished and ready to share with developers. So it's in closed beta right now. You guys can actually check it out at beta.spectral.finance. It gives you a good idea of what information you can get from our API, and we need your help, or we need the community's help to like push this out to projects that you really want to have, that you really, or the projects that you want to be using the macro score. So if you could spread this to like, all the projects that you're interested in that you think could benefit from the macro score, that would help us out greatly. I'll give you a sample of the API in the next slide as well. And our SDK should be coming very soon. So here's just a response from our API. You can see you can have the score itself, the score ingredients, and that corresponds to like all the score ingredients you see on the app. Yeah, Daryl said he'd like to hop on, so yeah, why don't you come on and talk about it? So this is Daryl. He's our developer experience guy. Yeah, take it away.
Yeah, appreciate it, Kato. Yeah, my name is Daryl Malone. Had a developer experience here at Spectral. Um, and yeah, primarily just here to help make sure that you guys succeed. If you need sample code, if you need support on any using the API or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me on here. Um, but yes, our API is coming out. This is basically a way to access the macro score. If you want to build something on top of Spectral, if you want to use the Spectral score or Spectral insights in a project, this would be a great way to get acquainted with it. The API will be in kind of a waitlist mode right now, so we're going to be offering it to a select number of groups that are looking to develop with it. So we're going to have an application coming up on our site here pretty soon. I believe it will be up next week for you to go and check out the API, get access to it, start using it, and see what you can create. For the time being, you can check out our documentation at beta.spectral.com, and that'll be getting updated frequently as we update the different endpoints that you're able to access. Right now, you can see just the basic macro score, and you can get to have that score as well as a little bit of data around why the score is the way it is, the different factors that go into it. Coming up pretty soon, you'll see how you can get different insights about a person that is being scored. So you get to have a little bit of a deeper understanding of what are the risks that are associated and what are the different things that you should pay attention to when you're getting engaged in any kind of lending or building maybe a liquidity pool or even just engaging into some kind of long-term business with somebody in the space. We give you an ability to really assess that reputation and make better risk calculations. So do check it out. It's going to be at beta.spectral.com and be on the lookout for a chance to join our waitlist to get access to the API.
Sweet. All right, thank you, Daryl. He's definitely much better at explaining the API than I am. Okay. Okay, so some app updates for you. We have refreshed and improved the flow for minting and bundling. So if you go and try our website now, or our app, I should say, and you try to mint an NFC, you'll notice that we've also deployed smart contracts onto Goerli or Bitrum Goerli instead of, I don't know even how to say Goerli, instead of Rinkeby. So, be sure to try it out. I'll show you a small video on what the new flow looks like as well. And hopefully this shows up properly. But there's also a YouTube video on our channel. I'm not sure if it's listed, about the new flow. The best way to try the new flow is actually to just use the app yourself and mint a score. And yeah, let me speed this up as well. So you can see there's like a new signature to use. The flow is just much better overall for the bundling. Updated UI, updated UX. And this took a lot of work. So thank you to our front end team on creating this. There we go. And you'll also notice some new art for our NFCs, which I don't know if any of you knew this, but this is Vitalik Buterin's outline, which is kind of funny. Yeah. Let me know. I can share the video, and I'll probably share it as an announcement in the future. But this is just a sneak peek. And like I said, try the app out for yourself. So, moving on, we have new educational resources out to you guys. So there's a video on this channel about NFT safety and data science. And that's an interview with Club NFT that our writer James did. It's a pretty good video if you want to learn more about NFT safety. And yeah, he also wrote out the transcript for it if you don't feel like watching a video. There's a transcript on our blog. So be sure to check out our blog. We also released 9 solvable problems with DeFi, which is a very good article to understand what kind of struggles we're going through with DeFi currently. And not just us, the whole space, and just what we can do to solve them. So we'll also be releasing 2 new blog posts today, which is the second part of the history of credit. So credit intelligence and the rise of bureaus down there, and proof of solvency, decentralized identity, proof of reserves, and a path forward for centralized exchanges, which covers a lot of the stuff around FTX and centralized exchanges right now. So I'll be posting the links to those, or maybe James, you can post the links to those, or send me the links, and you can share them with the community. You guys are going to get the first look at these, and we're going to make a ritual about every time you show up to a community call, we'll have new content for you to see first. So be sure to keep coming to these. So moving on to our newsletter, our November newsletter goes out tomorrow, and starting tomorrow, we'll be releasing exclusive content on there only. So if you want to, pay attention to like our newest content and have an exclusive look at things, then subscribe to our newsletter at spectral.finance or spectralfinance.substack.com. If someone could share a link in the general channel and maybe YouTube chat, that'd be appreciated. Yeah, go and subscribe. So another thing to mention is that we've onboarded a new visual designer. So Lainey has been working with us for about a month now, and she's done some really cool stuff with the art. And going forward, we should have a lot cleaner visual design and a lot more branded things. Like even this slideshow, she created all the slides for it. I just borrowed them for the community call, but it seems to be working pretty well. So you can look forward to like new emojis in Discord, new OET art, new character we kind of made that will be a representation of our community. Yeah, much more. Okay, so that covers the community call portion that's updates. So now we just have an activity for you guys. So if you'd like to join this activity, it's an interactive polling app where we can kind of mess around together on a bunch of questions and see what people are thinking. So the way to join this is to go to menti.com and enter the code, or just scan it with your phone. And the preferred method is to scan it with your phone, I would say, because then you have your phone, or you have your computer with YouTube on it, hopefully, and then your phone with Menti on it. And that's kind of the way to follow this. So I'm just going to leave 2 minutes for you guys to, go on the website, maybe press the heart there when you know it's ready. And then we can proceed with the rest of the call. And this is, this is interactive. You'll see the polls update live as we're going through them, and should be fun. So yeah, I'll give you 2 minutes. And wait for that number to increase a bit more. It says we have a few more users on YouTube than we do in this poll. So if you have any questions, we'll answer the questions at the end of the call, like I said, and you'll be able to get a link on where to claim the OET and stuff like that. So, okay. And instructions are going to be at the top of the screen every single time we pull up a poll page. So don't worry about being left behind on this. Here we go. Okay, so just the first one as a test, we're going to say which country will win the FIFA World Cup. And this is a word cloud one. I think you could submit a bunch of answers. There's France, Portugal, Qatar. I think they got eliminated today. This is just a test one, so feel free to post whatever you want on there. And as you can see, it's kind of updating in real time, like as you're putting in the questions. So pretty cool tool. Yeah, let me know what you think. Spectral is going to win the World Cup. Okay. All right. So it looks like our community thinks it's going to be Brazil so far. Interesting. And I'll leave 1 minute for each of these. So where is close voting? There we go. Brazil's going to win the World Cup, as predicted by the Spectral community. Next slide. How are you feeling about the crypto markets right now? I know my entire community is smashing the red button right now. Not the Spectral community, just the cynical people I hang out with. All right. Looks like we're all going to make it is the winner. Yeah, thanks, James. Cool. That one's more of an experimental one on what we can use the traffic lights with. If you want the code to Menti, it's at the top of the screen here. So I'll copy the link and put it into YouTube and put it into Discord as well. There we go. Looks like we're all making it. All right, next one. Which of the following spectral values do you most identify with? So I think you can distribute 100 points to the, the spectrum here. This is more for us to understand what you guys value. Looks like it's pretty much a tie 3 ways. maybe you guys like economic empowerment. Nope. And just to kind of reiterate these points, but these are the values that we post on like all of our website, everything like that. It's what we truly believe as a company. So we'll try to bring this to the community as well as possible in everything we do. And that was a minute. So looks like a tie between credible neutrality and economic empowerment. And you guys don't really care about decentralization, I guess. If you had a magic wand, what are 3 features you would want on the Spectral app? This one's a word cloud. You can just post anything. It's more for us to understand where we should go with what we're building. Airdrop. Very nice. User-friendly interface. Maybe you'll try the new app and kind of see what we've done with it. Pump my bag. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be. I wish most of my DeFi apps had that pump my bag button. Okay. Interesting. So there's some good answers in there. There's also death and rug pull me and my girlfriend. So we'll have to filter through those later. So what skills do you possess that can benefit Spectral's community? This is kind of just for me to get an idea of what you guys are good at. It's like a lot of people are good at everything. And not many developers here in comparison to the rest of them. Cool. Looks like DeFi is a clear winner, and that kind of makes sense. Like you're in a DeFi server, so kind of what we'd expect. Which DeFi protocol would you be most interested in using your macro score for? So, this could be any protocol that you've used. Just give us a better idea of what you're actually looking at in DeFi and what you want to use your score with. So those are some good answers. Unfortunately, I don't understand the Russian answers. And 15, never heard of that project. Probably because it's just a number. Yeah, this seems like a good question, so I'm just going to leave it up for a little bit longer and kind of see what you guys have to say. And, if you're interested in these projects using our score, like go and tell the project. Like they will probably entertain the idea of adding some kind of feature involving credit scores or on-chain reputation in the future. But it's kind of up to the people using those scores, well, as well as us. Like I'm not putting it all on you guys, but to go out there and figure out how to get them to use it, right? All right. These are some really good answers. Thank you, everyone. Joe. Yeah, you can see Aave is a big winner there. Aave, Uniswap, I guess Uniswap's a big winner because it's on there twice and it's in big letters. Not sure how you would use a score with Uniswap, but something to think about. What's one product you wish you could customize using your macro score? My face. Pornhub. Okay. Wonder what the utility would be there. Google. Unfortunately, this thing, it moves so much within the cloud that I have trouble reading everything except for like the very middle. But there's some good answers in here. Cool. Alrighty. And more of a question of what you think is going to happen in DeFi and where you see this is going. So, what will bring on-chain reputational scores to the next level? You think it's off-chain data? Interesting. Decentralized identity. I know ZK proofs are pretty much being worked on in full force right now, so hopefully we can look forward to integrating that at some point. Awesome. Thanks, guys. And what's the best community in Web3 that you are a part of? I know maybe you're going to put Spectral, but this is more for us to learn about the other communities out there. Food. Vietnam. I didn't know Vietnam was a Web3 community. Not Spectral. Thank you very much for not putting Spectral on there. All right, cool, guys. It's like a clear winner is us. Second to Vietnam is probably in second. I can't actually tell. Maybe we can look into it. Oh, I accidentally canceled Vietnam. Okay, sorry to all the Vietnamese people in here. All right, and that was that. So I'll be posting the results from these polls into our Discord, just as kind of like a fun community thing that we've done. Thank you for joining. If you have questions, feel free to ask me in the stage. I'll be sticking around there for longer. I'm going to end the YouTube stream though, and there'll be a VOD posted of this if you missed it. So thanks everyone.